Hi, I'm Hazzy and welcome to this video. Today I will be doing a challenge from Diana, and the challenge is to use only your fingers to do your makeup. So that is why I'm barefaced. This is going to be quite a hard one for me because a lot of my makeup is in powder form, literally all of it. But we'll give it a go, see how it goes. So let's get started. So to start I will use my Bare Minerals Primetime Primer. Now this is the neutralising colour correcting one. As you can see, I normally have a lot of redness on my face. This one I do normally use fingers for, so it should be alright. Make my forehead look less yellow. There you go, I'm less red already. So next up I will be using eye primer, and for that I use the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, which as you see I got in a previous box, and I love this stuff, it's amazing. So let's just put a bit of that on. For those of you thinking of using this, I do get eczema on my eyelid and it has got marginally better, I would say. Normally products like this would make it worse, but yeah, it's got a bit better, so that's bonus right there. It's so hard to talk and put makeup on. Probably shouldn't have started a YouTube channel about that then. Right, so there we go. I have also got wipes so I can keep my fingers relatively clean between things. And the wipes I use are amazing. They are baby wipes, but they're Baby Dove wipes. And I always use them for removing my makeup. They are better than any makeup wipe I've ever tried. They always tend to leave your face, like, no matter how much they say they're not drying, they always dry, but the baby wipes do not. So they're amazing, so recommendation there. Obviously with the boxes I have a lot of alternatives, which would be a lot easier to do with fingers, but I'm trying to use the stuff I would normally use. I just realised I have forgotten an item. Yeah, I forgot to get this, which is the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil, which is another powder. So while we're waiting for the primer to do its priming thing, I'll show you what I'm actually using today. I'm quite a big Bare Minerals fan for my skin because I do have problem skin, and I find it's the best for not making it worse and also covering it up. So I have the Bare Minerals Concealer, which is a little bit dirty. I probably should clean my fingers while I'm at this. Yeah, so there we go, Bare Minerals Concealer. And this is Summer Bisque. It's literally the lightest one they do because, as you can see, I'm super pale, so I do need lighter shades. For my foundation I use Bare Minerals Blemish Remedy. Kind of see it there. In, I think the second lightest shade actually. Not actually the lightest shade in that one. Amazing. I've already showed you the mineral veil that they do, which is something I use. I might have a go at baking. That could go very wrong. So for that I use the Collection Lasting Perfection. This is what I use for like highlighting under the eyes, getting rid of dark circles. For mascara I'm not using my regular one because it ran out. The one I've got today is Revlon Dramatic Definition. This I just got the other day, and it is Dandelion Blush from Benefit. It's just a mini version of it, and also if I feel like it, depending on how well it goes, as to which blush I will use. So the other blush I normally use is Rockateur, also by Benefit, and I love the smell of this. It's got like a slightly perfumey smell, which I think, you know, makes your face smell nice. It's always a bonus. For setting powder when I'm doing my baking, because I use the finishing powder obviously at the end, and for baking I use the e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder in clear. It is actually white, so it does help brighten things up a bit. I also have, which I got in another box and I'm quite loving it, it is the Helena Rubinstein Collagenist Lip Zoom. So that's that. It doesn't tingle very much, so I'm liking it. This one should be interesting with fingers. Got it in a box again, Larizzi Lip Liner in Bare. For my eyes, I have the Naked Urban Decay Smoky, and also just the regular Naked palette. Because I absolutely love the Whiskey shade in Smoky, which is that one, which I will be using later. Finally, for lip stuff, like lip gloss, I have Hawaiian Tropic, which like tastes delicious. I always want to eat it when I put it on. Try not to do that. So we might be alright now. Well, the eyes feel alright. So I'm going to start off with the eyes. I'm just going to brush a light colour, which in this case would be Virgin from the Naked palette, with my fingers. I'm just going to brush that over my eye. This feels like when you first start using makeup. For me, it was my late teens. I begged to use it earlier because of bullies, but I was not allowed. So next I'm going to use Book, again from the Naked palette, and yeah. So I'm going to try and do what I normally do, which is a brown smoky eye. Oh wait, already. How did I do that? I got a shadow on the other side of my finger. It's quite hard to blend with fingers. It's not too bad so far. So that's the first shade done, and next I will be going over to the Smoky palette and that lovely shade I showed you earlier, which is Whiskey. I mean, the eyes aren't going to be too bad. It's going to be when I get to like foundation and concealer that it's going to go a bit downhill, I believe. I'm one of those people who like, when they're doing it, go, ah. That's fun to watch. I was quite nervous though about going barefaced in a video, purely because in school I was bullied a lot for my skin, and since then I have quite a bad scar here from acne, because when I was a teenager obviously I was bullied for it and I got a spot there, and I tried to get rid of it in a way that you shouldn't get rid of it, and it left me with quite a bad scar. So a lovely reminder on my face of the bullying right there. I will do my under eye as well after I've done the other bits. So that's that bit. Next up I'm going to go for Hustle. Just trying to get a thin line there. It is actually coming off a lot neater actually. This is probably a better technique for this. Like normally you end up with eyeshadow all down your face when you do this. So I just need a little bit of that one, and now I'm going to go for Creep, and this is where I need a thin line. So this is where it could go a little bit wrong. I'm going to put it on this finger. Let's try doing it sideways. That's not too bad actually. Let's go for the left hand for the other side, it might be a bit easier. That actually is not that bad. I thought this would go a lot worse. So let's just clean the fingers off, and then we will go on to the harder bits. Well, there you go, that was what was on my finger. Should have thought through this and like got a towel or something. Oh well. So now is when it gets interesting. So we're on to concealer now. And as I showed you earlier, this is the Bare Minerals Summer Bisque Concealer. Okay, let's just go for it. The thing I think that concerns me most is obviously you can't like buff as well to get it into all the crevices, and I have some quite bad red bits in some areas like that, like around the nose. I've got white bedding and there's now powder all over it, so that should be good. Oh dear. Oh no, it's alright. Just had a chunky bit of concealer on my face. I do use quite a lot of concealer obviously to cover all of the redness. I think if I do, I'm going to try the baking, because the concealer has not gone as bad as I thought it would, so we're going to try baking, and it's probably going to go very wrong. It's quite hard to get the product onto your finger as well. I guess that's why it's a challenge, so thanks for making it a bit harder, Diana. Thank you. It doesn't look that bad on camera, but in real life it's quite chunky in some places. Foundation is going to be a whole lot worse. Oh gosh, that is so uneven. Well, I guess I won't be layering my concealer. I think that's the best we're going to get from that. I think the problem is like a lot of it just stays on your finger as well. Like look at that. Doesn't come off very well. Just let them dry again. Should have got a towel. Like literally there is just powder concealer all over my bed now. Great, we're going to do it. We're going to put concealer on my face. I'm gonna bake it and it's gonna be awful, but whatever. We're here for fun, guys. So I'm not gonna put the wand on my face either, so I'm literally gonna take it off with my finger. Oh god, what am I doing? My finger needs to be pointer as well to get in to all the places that my sponge normally does. And obviously also my finger is not wet, although I do actually have some water here, so I might use that in a second. Yeah, that looks quite awful. I look like I've got a tan or something. It's just super hard to like blend the edges with a finger. Doubt it, but some of it might turn out better than normal. I say that very hopefully. So I'm just going to spritz my finger with a little bit of water. Try and get the edges a bit less harsh. It's not really doing anything helpful. But now I have a mildly wet face. It's the nose that's come off the worst, I think, out of this. My poor nose. That's the best we're going to get. It's not looking too bad on camera, but then I look in the mirror and it looks awful. It's just the under eyes, I think. Dry them off because you really don't want to get the next bit wet. Okay, so next up we have the powder, which is by Elf. Doesn't even sit on my finger, this. Well, it does on camera. Oh good lord, what did I sign up to? I've just realised I can't take it off with a brush either. Oh dear, this was a bad idea. Well, that looks awful. Yay. Well, I wasn't expecting this to go well, so it's lived up to expectation. So there's a close-up so far. I guess while that is doing its thing, I won't leave it on for the full time, because what's the point? Because look what is going on here. So next up I will use Collagenist Lip Zoom. Too sciencey. I apply that with my fingers normally, so that just felt like a regular thing that just happened. Everything's just doing its magic, so we'll sit here. This is my first ever challenge as well. I've never attempted one before. I keep missing them. I've got really bad winter lips as well, where they get really chapped and sore, which is not helping the overall look. The eyes are like, I am quite impressed with myself as far as the eyes go. Obviously I've still got the underneath to do, and it could go horribly wrong at that point. But so far, the eyes are definitely, you know, carrying this look for me. I guess while we're waiting for that, I could have a go at contouring. So for that I do use Hoola. I do need to get the lighter shade because I'm so pale, it always looks a bit ridiculous on me. But today it's going to look even more ridiculous, so hooray. Let's just go for it. It just goes on like so chunky with a finger. Because normally when it's got like sharper edges like that, as soon as I get to using my foundation brush, it all blends out really well. But I have not got the security of that today. So I'm not going to go for a very strong contour because it would just look ridiculous. I say that, it's coming on really strong this side anyway. Like, it doesn't matter how lightly you press, it just chunks on there. Get my hair out of the way, that's not helping. Got enough struggles out of my hair. Well, it looks awful. Let's just be honest with ourselves. See, just... Oh dear. Oh dear. I've not even got foundation brush to save me. Oh, that's a good look. Right there. So far, so not good. Let's just attempt. It's not coming off. That powder's there for life now. It's more trying to blend in the powder. Not that much went on in the first place. I guess that's a blessing in disguise there. I guess that will do for bake. Now on to foundation. I'm also not sure how I'm going to access my foundation because it's in one of those net things. I guess I'll just rub my finger around it. No, that's not working. Try to beat foundation out of it. I didn't think this through, did I? This is not going well at all. Just trying to, I guess, damage control now, really, with this foundation, which I can't get out of the tub. I mean, when I get a bit on, it is helping a tinsy bit, but I just can't get enough out to deal with the problems we've had so far. I was so hopeful when the eyes happened. I don't know if you can see how patchy it is, but yeah. It's even going patchy on my finger before I even got it onto my face. There's still hope that the Mineral Veil finishing powder will just, you know, actually do something useful. Oh, there we go, we got some out. We got a decent amount out. Go for the nose, fix the nose. Oh, it's gone up my nose. I don't know how I got that amount out though. I can't do it again. If it wasn't for this mesh thing, this might be slightly easier. I'm kind of whacking it on now. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to get enough foundation out to satisfy and cover up the damage that I did. It's pretty bad. It's not the worst makeup I've ever done. I'm gonna leave it there, because otherwise I'm gonna end up like using all of my foundation. Oh, there's actually much left, yeah. That might be why I'm struggling to get it out. My finger is very well foundationed, if that's a word. It is now. It's not gone well. Let's just put the Rocketeau blush on. At least I will smell nice. Just everything just goes on so chunky. Oh dear, this was a bad decision. Well, everything just got a whole lot worse, didn't it? It looks like a 6-year-old did my makeup. Not good. I guess why not? Let's use the What's Up. Put a bit of highlight in. See if that helps. Nothing. Oh god. Well, that's enough. Okay, let's just go. I've got a big chunky bit. There it is. Oh, lovely. What have we got left? Finishing powder. It's nice and loose as well, so you never know, it might help things out. The under eye concealer just does not blend with fingers, and that is the thing that I think is messing it up. But you know, if we like maybe sort out the eyeshadow under the eyes really well, then it might not be so bad. I don't always use this, but I figured it might be quite handy since it is so loose. It might help out a bit more with this particular. That is just so chunky there. What happened there? I can't really hope for any better. So now I guess we're going to go in and we're going to do the under eye. So I'm just using the same colours as before, but underneath my eye. I need a thinner finger. I have a thinner. Let's try on that. That has not helped at all. Just keep trying things. Maybe one thing will work. It's just going on like really dark. I don't normally put it on like that thick below. Ow. Poke myself in the eye. That was bound to happen. It's not awful. Making myself feel a bit better there. I'm now just going to go in on the inner corner with High from the Smoky palette. Fingers are not made for blending. Well, most of my under eye is now nicely highlighted. They've come out pretty well. I'm quite impressed with the eyes using fingers. Just not the rest of it. Okay, let's be super careful. That was a bad idea. That was such a bad idea. Let's do it on the other eye. Ah, dear. I just touched my eyeball. Don't watch if you're squeamish, although you probably should have stopped already. Now on to the bit which I can't blink properly now, but now on to the bit which I think is going to be the hardest bit. Lip liner. It also doesn't help that it's quite blunt. Or it might help. Okay, it's not even going to come off. I don't think my lips are going to be very well lined. For anyone who is coming over and looking for good videos on lip lining, it's not your day. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I've quite badly overshot there. See, normally if I go slightly over, I would just get my concealer brush, go over it. Can't do that. So I'm just gonna put some lip gloss on, save the whole thing. That's not too bad. I'm gonna get super close. Oh, hey guys. Oh, I didn't want to see that up close, did I? Mascara. This is gonna be the worst. Obviously, I'm not going quite down to the root like I normally do because I don't trust my finger with mascara on. The mascara is not that bad. Would I advise putting mascara on with a finger? No. There you go, that is picture representation of all the stuff that has been on my fingers throughout this video. It's pretty bad, it's pretty patchy, it doesn't do a good job of coverage. The under eyes are awful, but overall, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Like, if you let the hair down, swish. I mean, that's a look you could go out in and people wouldn't scream at you. Thanks again for my first ever challenge, Diana. I can't wait to see your version of it. And to everyone else watching, I hope you enjoyed this awful look. It's taken me nearly an hour to do, which my makeup normally takes half an hour. So if you did enjoy this, then like and subscribe down below. If you didn't enjoy this, then neither did I. So we're in the same boat, like and subscribe. That is the finished look, using just fingers to do an entire face of makeup with powdered makeup. Thank you for watching and bye!